Okay guys, welcome to the first video, which I said I was going to do. I was going to start with Guild Wars, but we had a farming guild fight today, so I figured I'll start with Siege Wars. I'm actually going to turn this off because you don't need to be seeing my face. Okay, so basically, my screen. This video will basically just be going through Siege War comps that we fight. It's not going to be about the overall strategy, what bases to hit, etc. It's just about looking at some of the defenses we see, how I personally tackle it. Yeah. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit this yellow 11 over here, and then afterwards we're gonna go ahead and hit yellow 12. Okay, so this isn't a normal tower, a nat 5 one, so really basic thing, what I like to do is save as many nat 5s as I can for my 5-star towers. So for example, if you go into a 4-star base and let's say it's Kamoon, Orion, X. Okay, so in a nat 5 base you'll get something like Kamoon, Orion, Sierra, Perna, something like that. In Guild Wars, whenever I see a defense like that, every single time I hit it with my Zyros, Alicia, Aquila, Shield Will comp. It always works, it absorbs, it buffs or strips, and then it nukes it down. However, I never use that comp going into a Kamoon Orion in Siege, because I want to keep Zyros and Alicia available. So for example, this is one where I would take Jingzhe, Chasun, and Delphoy, but I'm not going to do that. Wait, hold on, what am I talking about? Yeah, sorry, I'm confused. Okay, that's a good one. That is slightly trickier, but we can do that anyway. So for example, in this comp, Galleon, Sierra, Malaka. Seeing Galleon, who obviously defense breaks and attack buffs. Sierra, Bomber, Malaka, Bomber. So you already know that if you have immunity here, you're sorted. There's no sustain in this comp. I doubt any of them will be on Vampire. So if you have a Water Death Knight or Fedora, that would be good here. If you have the Fire Brownie Draco, that would be good here. If you have the Wind Undine Delphoy, that would be good here. Anything like that. You could also outspeed it. So you could bring Galleon Bernard, Galleon Orion. Kamoon is a speed leader here. Speed leader. Plus, then you bring an attack buffer. You could bring Kabila, the Light Harpy. It doesn't have an attack bar booster, so you'll likely outspeed it, and then you can nuke it down whether you take one turn, take out Sierra, take out Malaka, whatever it is. That's okay too. But it's in that 5 tower. What could we do here? Usually I would bring this comp into that. Oh, no. Go away. I would bring this comp into that. Jingzhe, Chasun, Delphoy. That's simple enough, but that's one of my better comps, so I'm going to try and leave that. I feel like I'm going to regret that now. But we can probably bring something else. We could bring Rena, actually. Rena will be fun here. But should I save her for a 4-star tower? I could Lucian this. Could Lucian this. I have not built my second Galleon yet. I could Kabila. Okay, let's do this one. This is more fun. Let's do my Jingzhe, Chasun, Delphoy. Okay, so what you see here, you've got Theo, you've got Orion, you've got Chasun. So you got sustain. We know how Theo procs and Orion is an all-round nightmare on defense. So the idea of this is, one, you can't neutralize Theo Mars as an attacker because he has elemental advantage everywhere. But you know what he does. He's very straightforward. So you don't want to bring a fire nuker into him because that's not going to help you. Wind is ideal. Chasun and Orion, water and wind, ideally you want to bring wind monsters. Then Orion is weak to it and Chasun is neutral. Delphoy brings you the immunity to keep you safe from Theo and his defense breaks, but also hopefully to cleanse from Orion's debuffs too. This is very good because Jingzhe is a good counter to Theo. Chasun will help you survive, and Delphoid does the same. Also, Delphoid resets Chasun's skill reset, as well as Theo's endure. You can reset it before you hit him, so that actually helps too. I also bring this comp in. I keep Delphoid, but I switch to Eladriel, who brings the Wind HP leader, and Morris, who has a great number of debuffs on him. Basically, this just locks down the comp, and it's got double revivers in, so even if Theo gets really, really lucky, procs like crazy and kills him, and it shouldn't because they're all really tanky, this can bring anyone back. So we'll take this comp in, and we'll see how it goes. This should be relatively straightforward. You see Theo Orion, very often Theo Kamoon, things like that. This is my go-to comp for all of those kind of fights. Okay, so you would expect Orion to go first, attack bar boost, Theo to follow up. Yep, he's nice and tanky. He's got resistance on him. Not that it helped against Orion. He's also got his passive, which reduces incoming damage. So here it's relatively straightforward. Because we know we're not in any trouble, I can go ahead and use that attack buff from Chasun. I don't need to save the heal because I know we're not in trouble. Here we can get a good shot off on Theo. That's a one hit. Now it's just we've procced his endure, so it's just waiting to kill him now. Go ahead, hit Orion. That's good damage. Jingzhe is on a hybrid attack, crit damage, HP build. So he's not all that damage. He's naturally tanky because of his stats, because of his passive. But you can put some attack on him. His crit rate isn't that high, but I know that I'm bringing him into teams like this where he gets that boost. So he's really effective and does great damage. So here, just for safety purposes, we can use Spirit's Blessing, or we could have increased the cooldown, on Chasun. So for example, she can't heal anyone back up. Even Chasun gets a good hit off there. Orion's not going to do anything, and that's Theo out of it. Now we can go ahead and reset, or try and reset Chasun, but she'll resist. And then Orion's out of it. Now we can just auto it from here. Oh, move that camera. We can auto it from here and let them do their thing. So this is one of my favourite comps. It's very safe, very reliable, and more importantly, it's good because it's a comp which I can use against so much. So Kamoon, Theo, Perna. Kamoon, Theo, Perna? Yeah, Kamoon, Orion, Theo, Kamoon, Theo, Chasun. You get stuff like this. Theo, Orion, Chasun. You also sometimes see Theo, Ritesh comps, and it works there too. I want to hit that one. Okay, this one's more fun. We're going to do this one. So the Paladin, as you should know, has a AoE provoke. It's 4-turn cooldown, and it lasts for 2 turns. I love her because she's really good with my Nyx, my Dark Fairy King, who I'm lucky to have, and it extends it into a 3-turn AoE provoke, which is completely insane. Chandra here, after his recent buff, is a complete nightmare, so he's going to be proccing every time you hit whoever he hugs. He's going to revenge. So let's say you come in with Jian, and she hits that AoE provoke, and now everyone's attacking her. She's likely built on revenge. Chandra is going to revenge too. Tsarion is there, he fits, he's a tanky bruiser. If you bring in something with the passive to counteract, he's going to try and Oblivion it. We know Chandra could be built on Violent, but after a recent buff he's been seeing more Despair usage. Tsarion here is likely on something like Vio Revenge, or perhaps even Swift. For Tsarion, stats are more important, but Vio is helpful on Revenge also because of the Oblivion. Jean is an interesting one because she's got this bug on her attacks. So where is it? Sorry, on her first attack, it recovers the HP. The problem with this is that it doesn't recover hers. So she's a healer, but she doesn't sustain herself. I mean, in this comp, you've got Chandra, who also brings some element of that. Sorry, not a heal as such, but because he defends, it prolongs the fight. And so Jean will now increase his life, bring him back up, and so it continues. It's not hard sustain, but it is irritating to some degree. Again, this is a comp where immunity helps a lot. So if you have immunity on, you resist Jean, you basically take her out. You resist Tessa, you take him out. You can bring your Tessa into this fight. I mean, it gets rid of Tessarian, it gets rid of Chandra. Both really big. And of course, Jean has this Guild War leader skill, which is increasing the resistance by 55%, which is absolutely massive. So you come in with 45% resistant, and you're already set. So here you really need some sustain. Could we cap? We might be able to cap this, actually, Katarina this. Could we Lucian it? Maybe you could Lucian that, yeah. So one comp that I use, for example, is not on there, is my Nyx Amdua Xian. So here, obviously, you copy the Xian. Amdua is there to cut it and slow it all down. Nyx turns it into a 3-turn provoke. Of course, I don't think all 3 of these are on will. One of them might be on will. I'll check runes another time, but that's a bit risky. We could Zyros this. Okay, why don't we do that? Why don't we bring that? All 3 of these are on shield will, so we'll resist Xian's AoE provoke. Chandra will go. Depending on when we go, we can maybe reset the skill. But Aquila also has the strip, so he can remove a hug anyway. I don't have any passives in here, so Tessarian's counterplay is limited, if you will. Okay, so Xian is on shield will, the others are on shield. Not crazy fast. My Aquila is, I think, plus 66 speed. So it's not crazy fast, but I always expect them to be faster than my Zyros and Alicia, which are slow. They are turn 2 monsters. Really, they need to be faster. I'm not too worried. Actually, my Zyros looks like it's going to go before Xian, so maybe I need to strip. What should we do here? We could attack. Okay. Why don't we strip? And fail to strip. Okay. Well, that didn't go at all according to plan. Increased cooldown. Counter. Yeah, she's on revenge. Provokes for Zyros. Aquila is defense broken. Okay. Alicia, come in. Follow up. Okay, this is fine. We'll attack bar. We'll attack buff. Zyros might. Yeah, that's her down. And now Chandra becomes more interesting, so we'll just avoid hitting the Tessarian for now, since we don't need to be provoking that revenge, and this we can just nuke down from here. Okay, so let's go hit this one. I mean, I was trying to save some of my 5-star monsters, but if I look at them... We could Charlotte this. We could bring Charlotte. Okay, let's see. What other 5 stars? We could Eladriel, actually. Annabelle's not on will, I don't believe. We could Samath it. That could be actually quite interesting. Okay, so we know that Ciara is going to target Samath. Unless Galleon defense breaks Charlotte. Actually, never mind. What we'll do is we'll find Kabila. Kabila? How do you guys say her name? Kabila? Come on. Where is she? She has runes on, I believe. She's still 5-star for me. Okay, we'll bring her. And then we'll need some damage. My Charlotte is on a hybrid build right now. We could always Katarina this too, to be fair. We could Katarina this. We could bring we could bring Lauren. I feel like this might bite me in the arse if I do this. But F it. Let's see how this goes. I don't often use Lauren, but when a team is straightforward enough, I try and use monsters, which I use less and I want to keep for other fights. So we'll see how this goes. She brings the leader attack buff. Kabila should go first. That was kind of closer than I planned. So crit resist, although crit doesn't matter on bombs, so it's not as effective against this comp. Charlotte should reduce them nicely. Glancing, okay. And then Lauren has that nice passive. We can... What can we do? Can we get rid? And Ciara's gone. Lauren counters. Lauren is obviously on... Is she on Violent Revenge? Triple Revenge for Necro? So that passive she has where she can break the defense as a passive on any attack she does is incredibly useful. Again, that's a really weird team, but it works as long as you understand what you're going into. So like I said with the bombs, you can either bring immunity or you can outspeed because it's not fast enough and it doesn't bring an attack bar booster. So I think somebody said in chat to hit yellow 12 and try and cut them off. So that's what we'll do. We'll go into this. A 4-star tower. Okay, so here's where something like Kabila and Lauren should have been saved. That was silly of me. Okay, so water, fire. Oh, we could we Beretta this? We might be able to Beretta that. Okay. So what I said in my post is mono element teams. Avoid them as much as you can. We can Lapis this. We can bomb this. Yeah. It doesn't make sense. It's too easy to set up a counter. I'm just building Susanoo now. I just fused him. I would Susanoo this. I could chilling this. Really bring... I mean, what? They don't have any heal here. They've got dots. Slow down Lucashes and Nuke. I could probably 2-man this. Is there anyone else I want to bring? You know what? I could bring Fuko. Fuko's fun against fire teams because you know they're going to hit him and you know they're going to get slowed from doing so. Shihua, Gemini. You could really bring pretty much any third member here. It doesn't matter too much. How about... You know what, shall we just bring Mav? You know what, let's put Beretta in. Just fun. You could probably 2-man... You could... Honestly, Rena could solo this fight. I should have Rena soloed it, that would have been more fun to watch. Unless one of them is on Vampire, they're not going to have any heal. I should have Rena soloed this. We'll Rena solo next video. So we go, slow down, Beretta, some damage, doesn't really matter. Bombs. Lapis goes, they're not getting another turn. Well, Beretta isn't, the other two will. Let's put that on auto, doesn't matter. Done. It could have brought one monster in, it was really irrelevant. I mean, a lot of this has to do with runes as well. But, well, person in comp too. It has to do with runes, but again, that composition alone, I could have Rena soloed that. Zhao Lin? probably on Vampire. She could be on Violent. But if she's ruined for Raid, she has a fair chance of being... we could try to just Rena this. You guys are going to take the piss out of me if I lose this. But if she's on Vampire, this will not work. Shall we try? Shall we see what happens? You know what? You guys are going to take the piss out of me if this fails. And rightly so, but this is my point. Beretta again brings CC, Mantura brings CC, and Zhao Lin is your damage dealer. But there's no sustain here. And like I said, it's not like Guild Wars where you can draw. Okay. That's my 100% resistance Rena. Okay. This is not working. Epic fail, guys. Epic fail. Okay, what are we gonna do? Oh my days, that took a hit actually. Epic fail if we lose this. We might be okay actually. We'll see. Let's get rid of... Ooh, that's not good. If that ignores defense... Ooh, no. And in trouble. Ooh, all these stuns. I forgot. We are in trouble. Oh no, we're not getting a turn. My days. These stuns are so clutch. Oh my days. That Mantura is stunning every turn. Oh my days. On my 100% resistance Rena. Oh no. This is not good. Don't stun. Okay. But Zhao Lin can always ignore defense and it won't matter if she does because that would kill us. Turbulence, reduce. Well, this was a fun fight. Wow. These stuns are clutch. Now, Rena, if that's a stun, okay. Okay. Okay, well, it's not completely outside the realms of possibility. With that Mantura, it was 5-star. Don't put 5 stars in your defense. Honestly, and I know members are at varying levels in the guild, but honestly, if you're putting 5 stars in your defense, I would honestly say just don't put your defenses up. Just leave them out of the way. Let the guild leaders put monsters in towers that are all 6-star. 5 stars aren't going to defend unless we're really against farming guilds, because nobody's going to hit with 5 stars anyway. So just leave them out of the way. Oh. Okay. So this is exactly what I was saying at the start of the fight. Obviously, it's gotten very close, but there's no sustain in this team. Rena's surviving, and don't get me wrong, she's got, I think it's about 40k HP and also 100% resistance. Not that showed in this fight, but she's got elemental advantage on 2 monsters, neutrality with 1, and she's got sustain, and she's got the shield. She's got the passive, so she soloed it. Don't put out defenses that can be soloed. In Siege, people are obviously now looking for as many... Oh, that's not good. Oh, right, that's gone down, but we can still attack. People are looking for as many comps as possible that they can solo so they can attack more. Don't give people that opportunity. We could... It's not mono element, but we could... I've already used Beretta. I was going to say Beretta Colleen Hua. We could bulldoze at this. We could do that. Does that work? unless Brienne... We could... Let's try this. This is a bit more fun. Okay, so in Brienne, you've got your Reviver. He's usually runed on Despair. He's got some CC. He's got the heal block. He's also got the attack debuff. Ramagos, we know how he works. He's going to be a problem if we let him get off his clean shot, so we'll ignore defense. We'll have to take him out one go with Bulldozer, but we can also sleep him with Xihua. And then Iona, who revives with 60% and a defense buff and also heals. So we've got some sustain and a revive and a monster that heals itself. Likely Ramagos is on Vampire 2. But we've got element advantage over 2. We got a healer too. So let's see how this goes. This is more of a fun comp. I don't think I've actually used these 3 monsters together specifically before, so we can see how this works out. Hi Grevin, yellow 12. Okay, let's just read that. Yellow 12, and then once we... I'll look at the map after this. Okay, so what can we do here? Why don't we attack buff? And let's see if we can get rid of Ramagos. That did not. Okay, let's. Is my Bulldozer? I forgot. I completely forgot we don't have a defense. Epic fail. Oh wow, that was bad. That's okay. That's okay. We don't need that. So this is a double reviver comp. So ideally, you want to get rid of one of the revivers here, and then let the second one use their revive, and then take it down again. As opposed to, let's say, getting rid of Brienne. Brienne comes back from Iona, then focusing on Iona, and then Brienne brings her back. Make sure that you're keeping one out at all times. Ramagos, really, we should be leaving till last. I didn't need to attack him. That was stupid, and I completely forgot fail. But so here's what we'll do. We will put the heal block on him. That was good timing. Let's see what we can do here. No stun. We can put him to sleep, but let's just kill him. Then she's going to bring Brienne back with that defense buff, which is annoying, but keep working on him. It would be a mistake to now change because he's got the defense buff. Don't switch off him. It's a bad idea. I know the defense buff is annoying, but let's say we now go and kill Iona. Brienne can use his revive and bring her back. So it's important to stay focused on your target. We can use that. Bulldozer do no damage. But Xihua is okay. Sleep, now let's kill him, hopefully. Yep, there we go. Put that block on so she can stop recovering. Now Ramagos is going to be an issue because I forgot that we don't have a defense buff. So we'll see if we can actually kill him. Okay, let's put that on. Oh, this is going to be tricky. And it's down to timing as well. Can I stun him? Yep, there we go. Cool. That's fine. Now I can get Xihua and Bulldozer off. Yeah, that was lucky. That could have gone badly. Fail, not bringing a defense buffer in, but that worked. Okay, what is Grevin saying? Oh. No, camera move. Yellow 12 and once rebuilding ends. Yellow 10. Yep. Say hi to YouTube, Grevin. So, wait, why are you attacking? Okay. What are we going to do here next? We could do an all-water comp here. What do I have left, actually? I've got a few things left. I could there's not really a lot of buffs, so I'm not going to use Chilling. I could bring Tauk in here. I could Galleon Bernard. I'm going to Lucian it. I could Galleon Bernard Faye. Galleon Bernard Poir. Okay, let's come back to that one. Oh, immunity and a bomber. So we could bring immunity here. Who is Malaka going to hit? Malaka is going to hit a fire monster. We could bring in Kamoon or Rakuni. Let's bring Rakuni. Let's do... And they've got a healer, so ideally we've got a block on. We could bring Fuko. And... We could do Tauk. Gemini? No. We could bring a water monster in. How's that work? Delphoid hits Tauk. Okay, so again, it's about understanding what you're doing. This composition is mixed up. It's got all 3 natural elements in it, so we can spread everything out. Delphoid is going to focus on Tauk, Malaka is going to focus on Rakuni, and Colleen is going to focus on Fuko. We could bring immunity in to stop Malaka. That's okay. What we can do here is Colleen's going to focus on Fuko, and she's going to get slowed because of Fuko's shield and his passive. Malaka can come in, but Rakuni can cleanse with his skills. Delphoid brings immunity. Ideally you strip, but we can live without it. CC in this comp isn't overly important. Fuko brings nice CC, but he still functions if you're not using him for that specific purpose. He's built as a nuker for Necro just now. He's full attack, but he's naturally tanky because of his passive, because of his shield. Is Rakuni on shield? Okay, Tauk's on will too. What could we do here? Let's hit Colleen. Yep, she's on a Necro build. Counter. Let's buff our defense. By the yes, okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead. It's fairly hard hitting from Fuko. So Rakuni is now cleansed Fuko. Let's see, what do we want to do? Let's buff him. Let's go hit Malaka. And again, this is never a comp I've used before. I'm just going to stop talking now. What? Oh, look, okay. Epic fail. Okay. That didn't... Okay, what was I going to say? I have no idea what I was going to say. Okay. That's not ideal. Let's get rid of Malaka. Twat. Tauk survive. He should be able to heal up if we get the chance. Yeah, I've never used this composition before, but it's just about reading what you're going into. It's not so much about the monsters, it's about the roles that they're doing. Look at what they're bringing, look at what their purpose is. That way you can know what you're doing and the strategies you can take. So for example, going against that Sierra Malaka bomber team earlier, I said you could outspeed it, or you could immunity it. There are multiple ways to get around defenses, and obviously this comes as you build up your monster pool and develop it and give more monsters. I mean, I've still got loads in storage, which would give me more options. And it's not a case of being rich so that you can just transfer your runes every battle you do, but if you have money to spare, you can do that. But the point is, as you build up your monster pool, you realize it's less about the monsters, more about roles, and I'll keep on bringing that word up, because when you understand it, when you understand that, you can almost strip it back and see it from another angle. So one thing that I've noticed is that when I go into Guild and when I go into Siege, and you see the 3 monsters standing there, and let's say they're transmogged, I hate transmogs. Not because I dislike them, but it confuses me. It really does. I'll look at it and say, I can't tell what you're doing here. And then I'll go into the fight, where it shows the monster's headshots. And look at it out of a transmog, and suddenly I see what monster they are. And it takes that veil away. So you can really see what's going on, what they're trying to do. This is going to take a long time if I'm able to do it at all. Talc needs to get that provoke off more often. Keep that immunity off. This could be a deadlock. I did not see Rakuni going. I must admit that was stupid of me. Okay, I could use some good procs. That'd be nice. You know what? Let's just. Fuko's skill 2 is on a 2-turn cooldown, which really is fantastic. It's so great. It's great for Necro. It's also great just for cycling through skills. If he's on Violent, go again. Try and break this down. Let's try hit that provoke. Can we? No, and there's just when we were getting close. But that's what the game is, and I get provoked. There we go. End. That's out. That's over. That's done. Okay, we can auto that from now. So again, you can see going into a weird comp, but it wasn't incredibly badly built. You had Delphoid brings immunity, Colleen attack buffs, Malaka bombs. It's not the worst comp in the world. It's not the best, but it's relatively well thought out. It's got some sustain. It's got attack power. It's got support. Also got CC. But even if it's a well-considered, well-thought-out comp, I brought in 3 monsters who I've never used in a team before, and it works. Just because you understand what you're going into and what you're trying to fight. Okay, this one... I could Kamoon Orion this, maybe. Shalice is a cleanse. She also makes multiple monsters attack at the same time. Xiaolin is your nuker, probably on Vampire or Violent. Colleen, you know how she works. She's a healer. She's got her debuffs. All 3 could be on Violent. Maybe 1 or 2 on Vampire. What could we do here? Gallion Bernard. What do we want to do? We could bring Morris, but I don't really want to. Gallion Bernard. So really you want a water damage dealer. We could do that, but Chilling isn't an AoE monster, and he works better when the team is a heavy buff composition. What we'll do, we could Kamoon Orion this. Okay, let's do that. Kamoon Orion. Oh, I completely forgot that I soloed one with Rena. I've got 2 extra monsters. Okay. So, Kamoon Orion Chilling. Kamoon brings some support. He can also heal himself back up. Orion is a complete nightmare. He's fast and on Violent. And Chilling is great against things like Wusa, things like Rakan, because he steals their buffs and slows at the same time. So what should we focus on here? Let's focus on Xiaolin. Yep, that's fine. Oh, that's dumb. I should have gone for Colleen first. She's the healer. Let's get rid of that sustain. And also attack something where my Nuka has elemental advantage. Okay, but defense break takes priority. That was simple enough. Chilling hits pretty hard. He's actually on a hybrid build. He's not full nuke, but he still does a good job. I find he's much better to build as a hybrid, not as a nuker. Especially if you're using him, 1, in PvP, and he can take on natural 5-stars. But also, if you're taking him into something like dragons, which I do, and it gives him that extra survivability along with his passive. Yes, I mean this all comes back to being flexible, and it's what I wrote in the guild post. It's understanding you've got roles, but also for elements. You have to be willing to alter your compositions and use things and be flexible based on what you're going into. There we go. I think we've got 2 or 3 more fights. What should we hit? Go into 10 afterwards, but it's still building. So let's go and hit this. Natural 5-star tower, and we've got some 5 stars left. Oh, what do we have left? I want to show you guys. Okay, we can do this. I want to show you guys Eladriel Morris. Oh, but we could cat this. We could Katarina this. We could. Oh, we could try it on that. Okay, tell you what, we'll try something more difficult. So what we're going to do is we're going to Katarina this one. So bring QB, who is in my storage. Everything is all over the place just now. QB. There we go. Are you ruined? Yes, you're ruined. And we should bring Galleon. Do we want a Galleon? Okay, let's Galleon this. Galleon, QB, cat. Okay, so it's 2 water monsters and Darian. This is a weird comp to see on a 5-star base. Okay, she who is a damage dealer. Mihang is a partial cleanser, can do some damage, and Darian attack break, defense break, and his passive to help his team. Shouldn't really come into this. This should be very straightforward. Katarina is flexible. You could use her with the Kona Mia and an immunity buffer. So you're talking Chloe, you're talking QB. Galleon is there, nice to be attack buff. What am I? Yeah, what are we doing? Really, Cat should be on Will, because even though it buffs her, it doesn't. It doesn't give her immunity. So if she gets hit, now she could be stunned and miss the invisibility, which is never helpful. She should be on Will, but the comp is going to work just fine. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just let that run down. Very simple. Everyone should build a cat. It's not optimal importance, but it's an easy. What's the word? Cheese. It's an easy cheese strategy to do, and it works so well. And because of her ignore defense situation and the fact that you're bringing something like QB, he's obtainable, and it boosts crit rate. You can put her on 70% crit rate, buff her up to full, and maximize your stats elsewhere. So, for example, I know they say when you're building monsters, aim for 75% crit rate, 150 crit damage. I don't do that. I build 100% crit rate. So, for example, it was one of my original TOA teams. I was going into TOA 100, and I don't like Sigmarus, but I was trying to force using him. Some people love him, some people never use him. I started using him more and more, took him into TOA 100, took him into the boss. He was at 97% crit rate. He went into the boss, didn't crit. At that point, I swore off Theo, swore off not having 100% crit rate. Nukas, well, you have attackers and you can't always get 100% crit rate. But having monsters where you need them to crit. So, for example, in my Shield Will comp, where I need one turn, everyone gone. I can't do less than 100%. So something like Cat here, when you know you're bringing a crit rate buffer, it helps because you can dedicate those stats elsewhere. Let's see. Let's take this one. This is more difficult. This is a pretty common defense you see for those lucky enough to have the monsters. You could often see either a Perna or a Leica take the place of Rakan here. So Virad will likely be on Violent. He's got the double AoE, freeze, attack bar decrease. Ritesh will be on Violent. He will proc like a god. And Rakan will likely be Vampire. All tanky, all bruiser, all capable of dealing damage. You got sustain in here too. This is a complete nightmare. But Virad is CC. Ritesh has the provoke, also has the defense AoE defense break, CC. Rakan, CC. You cannot understate how important immunity is here. So normally I'll bring in something like a Delphoy. Oracle, I'll bring in my Shield Willcomp, my Zyros, Alicia, Aquila. But what we're going to do is we're going to try this one. This is more fun. It's a bit of a risk going into Rakan with this. What could we bring? Ideally, we want another healer. This could be fun. But we lack immunity. We can try it anyway, though. Why don't we try this? Okay. So the idea in this comp is you've got double revive, you've got CC from Morris, you've got heal from Eladriel, Jean has the stun, the AoE provoke, and the invincibility. So ideally here, what we're looking to do is to go into this, survive the initial outburst, freeze, that's fine, defense break should be okay, and we've got revives if things go wrong. And then we'll look to take down the Virad or Ritesh, leave Rakan till last, and then take him out. Although we've got two wind monsters between them, we've got Eladriel strip on there. Morris brings defense break, heal block, glancing, and then Xian's got the provoke and a stun. So that's the idea, to whittle it down until Fire Monster, we've got elemental disadvantage, but together we can, that's not ideal. Take him out, okay. So let's... Okay, I was hoping for a stun, but that's okay. Can we get provoke off? Oh, we missed the one we needed! But he derped, but then he got another turn, because Violent. Oh, gosh. This isn't good. Okay, heal up. Can we get a stun? No, we can't. Okay. Of course, the Rad has the double AoE freeze, but I've brought in two wind monsters, so that's the natural resistance. I don't have Will on, I don't have immunity, but you've got a natural counter, if you will. Both Eladriel and Morris have pretty good resistance on them. Xian has good resistance on her. I should have put Xian as lead, actually. That makes more sense. Rakan is going to destroy something. Yeah, that's not good. What should we do here? Ooh. And now Rakan's going to hit Eladriel. Oh, that's good. Eladriel. Oh, blocking. Morris, I need a stun, please. Oh, let's get rid of that. Stun, stun. There we go. Now I need a heal from Eladriel. Proc. Okay. That's not good. I should have done her first turn. My Xian is on Vampire. So although her first skill doesn't heal up herself, I've got her on Vampire, so she does. She's also on... Is she on Revenge? She should be on Revenge. So she can heal herself up. So you've got two heals in this comp. Double heal, double revive. So this is definitely a long-term strategy. It's a war of attrition. You need to survive. And of course, in battles, things can go wrong very quickly. And I need Eladriel's revive here, and he's frozen. That's okay. Eladriel's gonna get killed. 3-turn Ritesh. That's okay. Oh, Morris with the clutch. But they're going to get killed before I can use them. Is Virad on? Oh my days. Okay, what should I do here? I could heal up Jean, who's about to die. Or I need a Ladriel, really. I need a Ladriel. If I'm to have any chance. Resist. Okay, Morris is out. I needed his stuns. This is not good. Stun. Oh, I missed Virad. Oh, the life of Summoner's War. Okay, and next turn I can bring Jean back. Ooh, I thought he was going to revive her for a second there. I thought I had the double roll. Let's see. Okay, bring her back. Proc. Okay, no. Stun. Stun! Got the stun and the slow on the unlucky 7 roll. Okay, now we're back in business. Let's do this. Provoke, Ritesh Virad. Boom, got it. Let's layer him up with debuffs when we can. So this is a very slow comp, but part of the damage comes from that clutch defense break from... You're dead. Oh, wow. Yeah, dead. From... Oh, no. Morris is a very cool but unreliable reviver. How is Ritesh so low? I'm not attacking him. Well, if Morris dies, this is over anyway. But... Oh, clutch again. But it's useless if Morris dies. Yeah, this one's over, I think. Okay, this one's over. But you guys get the idea. It was a pretty fun comp. Usually I wouldn't have used Jean in that. But I just wanted to show you guys the comp sometimes you lose, but oh well. What do I have left? I've got 2 monsters left. I don't think I can 2 monster anything. What could I do, actually? I could Fey something. We can try and Fey something. Or we could Homunculus. We could Fey... Why don't we Fey something? Just for fun. Bring in Fey and... Usually... Did I use my Chloe? Is my Chloe ruined? Ah, move. Why am I clicking that? What am I doing? Guys, help me, I'm tired. Chloe, is Chloe ruined? No, she's not. I would Chloe Fey. I could Fey... Bernard. This isn't gonna work, but we can see how it goes. And he's a wind monster. That's dumb. What am I doing? Let's try it anyway. Bernard Fey, let's just do this for fun. If Fey's RNG gods are on her side, you might take out 1 or 2 of them, but yeah, not expecting anything from this. And she doesn't have an attack buff. What am I doing? Oh well, nothing's gonna happen now. This has not worked. My friends, this has not worked. Okay, let's just quit that. That's not happening. But okay, so that was the first video. Let me know what it is you guys want. Probably another one. I'll go through my comps, go through runes, show you what I'm working with, so you can see kind of a synergy. Maybe in Guild War, in a Guild War specific video, I'll use more of a general comp set that I use, more of the normal ones, so you can see how they work, why they work, why I've got them. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see, whether it's runes, more usual comps, more unusual ones, anything. So yeah, Let me know. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was somewhat informative. And have a good evening.